Hello everyone, this is a pre-recorded review session for Long Test 2. This is intended to be quick and comprehensive review to help you prepare for your upcoming exam. Scope of our LT2 covers three major topics. Number 1, wrapping and trigonometric functions. 2, trigonometric function values. And 3, graphs and properties of basic trigonometric functions. Before proceeding with this review session, please ensure that you have mastered already the trigonometric values of special angles, particularly the 0 degree, 30, 45, 60, and 90 degrees. You may pause this video to scan the QR code presented in this slide. This will redirect you to another YouTube video that fully discusses the hand trick for trigonometry. This hand trick is a quick and easy way for us to recall sine and cosine values. Let's recall some of the concepts discussed during our class. We have here a wrapping function. Suppose we have a unit circle. So the center is at the origin, 0, 0. The radius of this circle is 1 unit. So in the positive x-axis, meron tayo ditong point 1, 0. Then we want to place a vertical real number line in this point, starting in this point, 1, 0. Then recall that the positive real axis, which is above our x-axis, that is being wrapped around the unit circle in a counterclockwise direction. And for the negative real axis, that is wrapped around the unit circle in a clockwise direction. Another concept is coterminal angles. Two angles that share the same terminal side. So we find coterminal angles by adding or subtracting 360 degrees or 2 pi radians to our given angle. So for example, we have here a given angle, 45 degrees. To find the positive coterminal angle of 45 degrees, then we just add 360 degrees. So 45 plus 360 degrees, that is equal to 405 degrees. So as we see here in the given figure, the 45 degree angle and the 405 degree angle, so they share a common terminal side, which is this side. So if you want to get another coterminal angle of 45 degree but you want it to be negative, then you just subtract 45 degrees minus 360 degrees to obtain another coterminal angle, which is negative 315 degrees. So 45, 405, and negative 315 degrees are coterminal angles. Another concept is on reference angle. Take note that reference angle is always positive and it is less than or equal to 90 degrees. It is formed by the terminal side of an angle and the x-axis. So for example, in the figure, we have here a given angle of 150 degrees. We want to find the reference angle of 150. Then to compute that, so we can illustrate the obtuse angle 150 degrees. So if the angle is in standard position, then the terminal side lies in the second quadrant. Okay, So to get the positive reference angle, so that is 180 degrees minus 150 degrees to get 30 degrees. So let's have some review questions on wrapping functions and trigonometric functions. Question 1. If w of t has the given coordinates negative 8 over 17, comma, negative 15 over 17, what is the value of w of negative t? So to answer this, pwede tayong mag-drawing ng unit circle. Okay, so we have here our unit circle. And let's locate the given point or coordinates. So we have here negative 8 over 17 for the x coordinate and negative 15 over 17 for the y coordinate. Essentially, that point is in quadrant 3. Parehong negative ang x and y coordinates natin. Okay? So, if that angle T is in standard position and it is positive, meaning from the initial side, we will rotate counterclockwise until marating natin yung point, given point. Okay, so this is our angle T. Okay, so what we are interested in is what is the wrap function of negative t. So, ano yung gagawin natin sa ating coordinates? So, take note, meron tayong negative dito. Then, the negative sign means that we are going to reflect the given point about the x-axis. Okay? So, if this is our original point, then we are going to reflect that on the x-axis. Then, nasaan na yung bagong point natin? So, the new point is already in the second quadrant. Okay, so the coordinates will be negative for the x coordinate and positive for the y coordinate. So, our answer is letter D, because this point is in the second quadrant. Next question. If WT has the same coordinate, nasa third quadrant pa rin tayo, but this time we want to evaluate the value of secant of t. So, how to do that? So, take note that kapag meron tayong wrap function, the output is always x, y. So, x here, which is the x coordinate, that is equivalent to getting the cosine of the angle t. And the y coordinate here is equivalent to the sine of t. Okay, so therefore, cosine of t is equal to the x-coordinate negative 8 over 17 and sine of t is equal to negative 15 over 17. We want secant, and we know that secant is the reciprocal of cosine. Okay, so therefore, if we want to get the cosine or secant of t, then we just need to get the reciprocal of negative 8 over 17. So that is negative 17 over 8. So our answer is letter A. Third question on the same topic. If W of t has the same coordinates, again, nasa third quadrant pa rin, this time we want to evaluate cotangent of t. So, cotangent of t from our trigonometric formula, that is cosine of t divided by sine of t. So, we already know that cosine and sine correspond to the x and y coordinates respectively. So therefore, this is negative 8 over 17 divided by negative 15 over 17. Negative divided by negative, that becomes positive. Maka-cancel out yung denominators. So this is positive 8 over 15. Our answer is letter C. Let's have review questions related to finding reference angles and coterminal angles. So we have here a general problem. A point on the unit circle is on the terminal side of an angle in standard position, and this angle in standard position is located in the third quadrant. Okay, so let us illustrate that first before we solve the two given problems. Again, we have angle in standard position, and we assume that that angle is rotating counterclockwise, so therefore we have a positive angle, and that is located in the third quadrant. So ano yung itsura niya? So ganito yung ating angle. Okay, so this is angle T, and this is the point on the unit circle. Okay, so this is point P. So question number 1. If the reference angle is pi over 6, what is the coordinates of this point P? Or in other words, what is W of T? So we want to find the x and y coordinate of the point P, given that the AR or the reference angle is pi over 6. Okay, so if you want to convert radians to degrees, then pi over 6 is just equivalent to 30 degrees. Ibig sabihin, ito daw ay 30 degrees. So this is your reference angle. So since we have here a reference angle, then x is just equal to the cosine of that reference angle, so that is cosine 30, and y is just sine of 30. Using our hand trick, trigonometry, cosine 30 is square root of 3 over 2, and sine 30 is 1/2. But we need to be careful with the sign. Take note, our point is in the third quadrant. Therefore, x and y are both negative. Okay? So, ang sagot natin sa 1 should be negative square root of 3 over 2 and negative 1/2. Okay? So, that is letter B, boy. And similarly, if we want to solve number 2, we just change our reference angle, pi over 3, or that is equivalent to 60 degrees. So W of 60 degrees, that is equivalent to cosine 60 comma sine 60. So this is 1/2 square root of 3 over 2, but again, third quadrant tayo, therefore both x and y are negative. So this is letter A. Next, coterminal angles. So this time we are given with angles in radians. So how can we find the coterminal angle of 7 pi over 4? So again, sabi natin kanina, if meron tayong given angle, we want to find the positive or negative coterminal angles, then we just add or subtract 360 degrees. But for the case of radians, ang i-add or isosubtract natin ay 2 pi. Okay? So, if we add 2 pi, ilan kaya ito? So, this is 4 times 2, 8. 8 plus 7, that is 15 pi over 4. Okay? So, 15 pi over 4 is the positive coterminal angle of 7 pi over 4. Letter A. And similarly, for number 5, we want to find the coterminal angle of 2 pi over 3. So, mag-a-add tayo ng 2 pi. Ilan ito? 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. This is 8 pi over 3. Okay, so this is the positive coterminal angle. So, i-check na rin natin yung negative. Baka pwedeng dalawa yung sagot. 2 pi over 3 minus 2 pi. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 minus 6, negative 4 pi over 3. Okay, so pwedeng dalawa yung sagot. No? It's up to the question if ang sinabi ay positive or negative. If walang sinabing positive or negative, then there are two answers. It should be letter A and letter C. But if may nakaspecify na positive or negative, then choose either A if positive, C if negative. Next, let's review trigonometric function values. Suppose cosine t is equal to 2 over 5 and the angle t is in quadrant 4. Find the value of cosecant of t. So, paano yung approach natin dito? So, we want to find first the following variables. So, x, y, and r. We know that r is the square root of x squared plus y squared. So, kailangan muna natin itong tatlong to. So, how do we find those three variables? Tignan natin yung given. So, yung given sa atin ay cosine of t, which is 2 over 5. From our trigonometric formula, cosine is x over r. Okay, so using this as our equation, we can say that x is equal to 2, r is equal to 5. Okay? So, meron na tayong x, meron na tayong r, and ang kulang na lang natin ay y. So, to solve for y, we can use this formula. Okay? Or if you don't want to handle square root, so again, this is just x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Okay? So, substitute 2 squared plus y squared is equal to 5 squared. So, y squared is equal to 25 minus 4. Y is equal to the square root of 21. Okay, so meron na tayong x, r, and then your y. So, cosecant ang gusto nating kunin. So, recall that cosecant is just the reciprocal of your sine. Okay, so kunin muna natin si sine t. Then, tsaka na lang natin babalik ta rin to get cosecant of t. Okay, so sine t is y over r from your formula. Alam na natin si y, that is square root of 21. Alam na natin si r, that is 5. So, sine t is square root of 21 over 5. What is the sign? Is this positive? Is this negative? Refer to the quadrant. Okay? So, since quadrant 4 tayo, cosine in quadrant 4 is positive. Sine in quadrant 4 is negative. Okay? Therefore, dapat negative yung sine of t. Yan. So, meron na tayong sine of t. So, to get cosecant, babalik ta rin natin to. So, the denominator 5 becomes the numerator. Okay? And then the numerator square root of 21 becomes your denominator. Okay? Then, take note, meron pa ring negative dapat. So, we don't want radicals sa baba. So, what we can do is to rationalize this one. So, negative 5 times square root of 21. Then, sa denominator, that is 21. Okay? So, this is our final answer. Medyo may mali sa choices, so this should be 21. So, our answer is letter B. Another one. This time, medyo mas complicated. Cosecant of t yung given, that is negative 3. And our angle is in the third quadrant. So, we want this time to find cotangent of t. So, cosecant of t is equal to negative 3, but we know that cosecant is just the reciprocal of sine. Therefore, sine of t is negative 1 over 3. Okay? So, sine is just y over r. We can say that y is negative 1, r equals 3. So, take note, r is always positive. Hindi pwedeng maging negative si r. So, therefore, si y ang negative. Which is true since quadrant 3 tayo. X is negative, y is also negative. Okay? So, kulang natin si x. To solve for x, that is x squared plus y squared. So, that is negative 1 squared equals 3 squared. X squared is equal to 9 minus 1. X is square root of 8, or that is 2 square root of 2. Okay? So, x is negative also since nasa third quadrant tayo. So, cotangent of t, this is 1 over tangent of t. Tangent of t being y over x. So, therefore, si cotangent ay x over y. So, we know x, we know y. Negative 2 square root of 2 over negative 1. Negative divided by negative. Cancel out yung negative. This is 2 square root of 2. Okay, so as you can see, wala sa options yung ating sagot. Okay? Next one. This time, we are going to find the trigonometric function value of sine negative 7 pi over 4. So, there are two ways to approach this. So, it's either you work directly with radians, or you convert first the radians into degrees. So, either approach will give you the correct answer. Okay, so for this session, I will convert first into degrees. Okay, para mas ma-visualize natin. So, negative 7 pi over 4 in degrees, this is pi over 4 is 45. So, negative 7 times 45, this is negative 315 degrees. So, if you want to illustrate that, so start tayo sa initial side. And then, since negative, ibig sabihin magro-rotate tayo in a clockwise direction until mag-stop tayo dito. So, nag-stop tayo dito sa quadrant 1. So, this is negative 315 degrees. So, ano yung reference angle AR natin? So, AR is 360 minus 315, that gives us 45 degrees. Okay, so na-visualize na natin. AR is 45 degrees. Doon tayo sa quadrant 1. So therefore, we want to find the sine of our reference angle, which is 45 degrees. Oh, this is easy using our hand trick. Sine 45 is square root of 2 over 2. Positive or negative, again, refer to the quadrant kung saan tayo nag-terminate. Quadrant 1, sine is positive. So our answer is letter A. Another one, cosine 5 pi over 6. So 5 pi over 6, alam ko na yung pi over 6 ay 30. 5 times 30, this is 150 degrees. Okay? So let's visualize. Nasaan si 150 degrees? Initial side, positive yung angle. Therefore, magro-rotate tayo ng counterclockwise. Okay? So mag-stop tayo dito sa second quadrant. Ito yung 150 degrees, positive. We want to find the reference angle AR. So our AR is 30. So 180 minus 150. So very easy. Cosine of the reference angle 30 degrees. Using our left hand technique, cosine 30 is square root of 3 over 2. Positive or negative? Quadrant 2 tayo, therefore negative. Okay, so let's proceed to the third major topic, graph and properties of trigonometric functions. So suppose we have here f of x is equal to cosine x, that is our parent function. And we are going to transform f of x into g of x, which is equal to cosine of x plus pi over 4 minus 3. So which statement describes the transformation applied to the parent function? Ano yung nangyari? Okay, so yun yung hinahanap natin dito. So there are two transformations here. So we have vertical translation represented by minus 3. Okay. And then we have a phase shift, or what we commonly known as horizontal translation. So pareho lang yan. Phase shift or horizontal translation. Represented by plus pi over 4. Okay, so doon muna tayo sa vertical translation. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng negative 3? That is vertical shift ng 3 units. Okay, up or down. So take note, negative means down. Okay, so it's either ito or ito. So mali na agad CA and CB. Next one, horizontal shift or phase shift. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng plus pi over 4? So magkabaliktad, no? So plus in horizontal shift means to the left, minus in horizontal shift means to the right. Okay, so this is horizontal shift pi over 4 units to the left. So this is letter C. And last one for this video, we are going to graph a given function. So we are required to label the key points and show at least 2 cycles or 2 periods. So we have here y is equal to 2 sine of x. So what is our parent function here? So our parent function is of course the sine x. So dapat alam natin yung graph ng sine x. Okay, so I'm going to graph sine x using my red pen. Okay, so mag-start tayo dito sa 0, 0 or sa origin. But before that, let us label first our x and y axis. So this is 0. Suppose gagawin ko tong pi over 2. Ito yung aking pi. This is 3 pi over 2. And this is 2 pi. Okay? Ito yung gawin kong 1. Ito yung gagawin kong negative 1. Ayan. So, start ako dito sa 0, 0. Then, tataas tayo. Pi over 2, 1. Then, bababa tayo dito sa pi 0. Then, 3 pi over 2, negative 1. And then, 2 pi 0. Okay, so if we connect this, yan. So, ito yung ating sine function. So, sabi at least 2 cycles. So, gawin na rin natin dito sa negative x-axis. Okay, so this is my negative pi over 2. Negative pi. Tama ba? Yes. So, this is negative 3 pi over 2. And, magdagdag tayo. This is negative 2 pi. Ayan. Okay. So, sine function is an odd function. This is symmetric with respect to the origin. Okay, so nasaan yung next point? So, nandito tayo sa baba. Then, x-axis, tataas, and then x-axis ulit. Okay, so ito yung ating 2 cycles. Yan. But, take note, what we are interested in is not sine x but rather 2 sine x. So, ano yung ibig sabihin ng 2 dito sa unahan? So, this means that 2 is your amplitude. Ayan. So, gaano kataas yung ating sine wave? That is 2 units. So, originally, our sine x, ang amplitude natin ay 1. Okay, so for 2 sine x, gagawin natin 2 yung ating amplitude. Okay, so nasaan si 2? I-locate muna natin. So this is 2. So nandito yung bagong amplitude. Ganun din dito. Okay, and for the lower part, sa negative part, then if this is negative 1, then we must go down to negative 2. Ayan. So, negative 2, dapat ito. Okay? The key points dito sa x-axis, so walang movement yan. So, same pa rin siya. Okay? So, ang magmo-move lang ay yung highest and lowest point papunta sa bagong amplitude. Okay? So, I think we are now ready to draw our 2 sine x. Yan. So, ito siya. Okay? Yan. Okay, so that is your 2 sine x. So, if hinahanap natin yung domain, so what is the domain? This is all real numbers. What is the range of 2 sine x? So, magbabago. This is from negative 2 to positive 2. Okay? So, that's the end of this review session.